My name is Umesh Kumar. I'm an artist, studied in Chitrakala Parishad, but my home is located in Chickpet in Bangalore. Now, this house in Chickpet is about 70 years old. We've been living here since uh, my great, I mean, my great grandmother with my grandfather came to Bangalore about 75 years ago from Andhra Karnataka border. So basically, our house, my dad and me, I mean, our family is Marathi speaking, tailoring community. Uh, this area in Chipet where we have Darjipet just the next cross is called as Darjipet because it's a tailoring community. So we have a lot of tailors in this area, in this whole block from here to Avenue Road, which is from BVK Road to Avenue Road, where we have a lot of darjis here, tailors, basically Marathi speaking uh, tailors, but we also have few Muslim as well as within Marathi we have 3-4 communities of tailors. So there is I'm doing a project on this, which is going to be probably this coming next year, this new year. But basically, here we have tailors in one street. Now, on the left side, right across the street, here we have one street which is goldsmiths. So there's a whole lot of goldsmiths in this area. Uh, I think one of our friends, common friends, our family is also goldsmiths, and we are all family friends. So they used to buy clothes from our shop, and we used to buy gold from them. And then pretty much this area we have a lot of what do you say? There are few Kannada people, but there's a lot of in this block between Arti Street and Kilari Road. We have a lot of Marathi people. Then we have Telugu, which is Sargi Waldo, who are what you call as goldsmiths. And then we have a lot of Marwadis here who are into textile business and electric shops as well. And this whole area between Kempegoda Road, Bivekanga Road down till Chickpet and down till Chickpet and beyond that towards the market road, everything is in blocks. Everything is in blocks. Everything is neatly demarcated. It's very short, tiny streets, and there is a kind of dynamic in which people move around in these gullies, where if one person is coming from one side, another person coming in one more side, we have to know who is going to stop and leave the space to go across. So this place is very what do you say, in terms of blocks or very neatly grids actually. So if we start, we had a lot of tailors, goldsmiths. Then if you go towards this side on Vivekananda Road, there's a lot of electrical shops. If you go a little bit further down, we have uh, here we also have lights, a lot of electrical lights, electrical appliances shop. And then go down a little bit further, there we have a lot of serial light sets, lights, and strobe lights, all those kind of lighting things we get. We go a little bit further down, we have a lot of textiles towards from Vivekananda Road till Avenue Road. We have a lot of textile shops. Most of them are Marwadi shops, but there are also a lot of quite a few Shettis who run shops. There is also Marathi speaking people who have shops here, clothes shop. Some of them are very old. There's one very old hotel called as Udupi Krishna, a hotel which is on Balepet Road. There's also quite close to it, there was a hotel called as Malabar Hotel. It closed down about 3-4 years ago. So there's also Venkateshwara Sweets, which is down on RT Street, Balepet Road. So Venkateshwara Sweets is very famous for Mysore Pak. So that's very good. And Udupi Krishna is very famous for Sagu Dosai. Okay, so it's a lot of demand there. It's a very old hotel with very beautiful architecture.
What is your favorite?
Favorite? There's a lot of shops here. Like there's quite a few hotels here around on Avenue Road as well.
Which you often do?
Yeah, not actually, but there's quite a few new ones.
Your favorite, like?
My favorites, like there is quite a few. Depends on what you want to have. There's also a lot of Donne biryani shops in this area. So there's one which is very famous. Now he's expanded. He has some 6, 7, 8 branches all over Bangalore. There's one nearby where I go because it's just next cross. He used to be the cook for Gundurao. So he's running that now. His son is running that Donne biryani place. So once in a while I go there. Yeah. So it's changed quite a bit because there's quite a few people are leaving this area because their kids are well educated. Business community where kids are well educated, so they're all working in MNCs, so they're well to do, so they are all rented out this houses in this area, and they're all going to better, less crowded areas such as Rajajinagar or Baleshwaram, Kumara Park, wherever. I mean, it's interesting to see that how, like for example, from 2000, like up till 2010, I think we are not using maps or whatever. We used to just go around, ask people, and they used to point us to the direction. We used to reach the place without any much hassle. Actually, we used to reach there, unless of course it's quite late or whatever. But now I think we tend to use it, and it's become part of our what do you say, way we search for things. Like we use it, like how we use Google, we also use Google Maps. So that's how it is. And Metro, I have used it couple of times. That's it, because I have a two-wheeler. I tend to go in that because we need to buy something, we need to travel. And this area in Chickpet is, we need to have two-wheelers. Basically, you can't come here in a car. People now used to come in cars and park it in Kempegoda Maharaja complex, because there's a car parking complex. So earlier it was not so much. Area, as I told you, there is one business community which has come up and overtaken this area in ways which is unimaginable, and they are renting out all the ground floors. There's a lot of old houses which has lost that look of it, because they're all renting it. They have all rented. They've broken down the ground floors and rented it out for shops because they're getting a lot of rent and advance money. That's one thing. And yeah, it's food places are still there. There are a lot of food places around here, so that's fine. A few shops here. There used to be a flour mill down the road, so that is not there now. There used to be, but there is one Vade Ramana shop down the road on Artist Street. He's still there. So he, even my dad tells me that even when he was small, that shop used to be there. Even now it is still there. It's the same shop on the roadside. There's one shop outside. They sell the vade, bhaji, bonda, and all that. It's still there, and he's been there for more than 50-60 years. Questioning the future of the city. Yeah. I mean, it still depends on a lot of local tastes. It's a kind of a clash between what you call as sense of aesthetics versus a kind of a local choices that everyday people make. So there is this kind of loss with all these glass buildings which have come up everywhere. Yeah. So I think a lot more focus needs to be on vernacular architecture. Yeah.